Do you want a cup of tea, old man? Do you want a cup of tea? Let me get you a cup of tea, old fella. Let me get you a cup of tea, eh? You sorry old bastard. Let me get you a cup of tea. There you go, old man. There you go. Hey, and 2 biscuits. Look at that. Well, not under New Labour, just the 1 biscuit. Hey, Jane, come and get it, love. Trot along, sweetheart. Come and get it. No, sit down, Pops. You're too old. You'll kill yourself. Sue, come on. Sue, come and get his cuppa. Come on, love. That's it. She's always running errands for him. There we go. Much. Fantastic. Fantastic. Nice work, old man. Now, the point is... Well, these are difficult times. I mean, these kids, look at them off their tits. Off their tits on glue and staples, I don't know. Now, other stationary products. Looking at you. Lads, there's no role models anymore, are there? There's no role models, that's the problem. Footballers. Yeah, what sort of role models are footballers? That Ronaldo, what sort of role model is Ronaldo, ladies and gentlemen? Eh? Yeah, exactly. I mean, that man, he can trip over a blade of grass, can't he? And he goes down. I am critically injured. I have broken my knee. We deserve 5 penalties for these. Stretch it off. Yeah, and then he can crash a Ferrari and walk away totally fucking unscathed. What sort of role model of honesty and probity is that for a child? And I worry about these kids. Pops, I'm sure you do. Worry about them. I worry about them growing up in a world, the modern world, a world without any wonder or mystery in it. There's no wonder in the world anymore, thanks to science. Science is ruining everything by explaining everything, yeah? Fuck off, nerds, that's what I'm saying. You do not need a scientific explanation of something to understand it. This is all you need to know about gravity. That's it. You don't need to know another fucking thing. You don't need to know any quantum blah blah or Newtonian blah blah, little relativity blah 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 blah. You just need to know that what goes up must come down. Not as often as it used to, of course, old man, but that's not the point. Have a biscuit, yeah, get your strength back. Yeah, the point is... Yeah, I mean, we all like a bath. Everyone likes a bath. We don't need to know that water is 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen to enjoy a bath. We just need to know if we can reach the taps with our toes. Fuck off, nerds. The point is, we're living in a world without any wonder or mystery. In the ancient world, the time of the Romans, yeah, and the Romans were incredible people. The Romans are history's greatest mystery because they conquered the world despite being Italian. No one has explained that. It remains unexplained. And the Romans are extraordinary people. A history fact for you, Dave, yeah? Here's a history fact for you. History fact for you, young man. History fact! History fact, yeah? You might not know this. Romans used to clean their teeth with twigs. Yeah, but twigs dipped in piss. That's disgusting, isn't it? It also makes Gladiator into a very different film, doesn't it? Next time you watch it, if everyone's breath smells of piss, it's not quite so noble, is it? My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the North, general of the Felix Legions, and loyal servant to the true emperor Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance in this world and the next. Oh no, my breath smells of fucking piss. The point is, don't do impressions. The truth is, there used to be 7 wonders in the ancient world. Yeah, everyone should know what they are. Pub quiz question number 1. You need to know this for pub quizzes. 7 wonders of the ancient world. Who knows what they were? Anyone know? Yeah, the pyramids, that's right, number 1. The Great Pyramid at Giza. Yeah, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. That's right, the world's first ever pub garden with a swing and a sandpit, with golden dog in it and parking space for 3 cars. Yeah, the Colossus of Rhodes. The Colossus of Rhodes, the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus. Yeah, the statue of Zeus at Olympus and the lighthouse at Alexandria. 7 wonders of the ancient world. Now, we've just got 2 wonders, haven't we? There used to be 3, but then they told us who the fucking Stig was. And now there's just 2. And the 2 wonders are, of course, where's the fucking money, Simon? Where is it? And the second wonder of the modern world is which one's ant and which one's dick. Because no one knows, do they? The 2 Geordie hobbits, oh, they look different. Well, we don't know which one's fucking which. And don't you tell me Ant's the one on the right. Yeah? Who's right? My right or the cameraman's right? Or the telly's right or his right? We don't fucking know. Yeah, and the cameraman doesn't know because he only ever shows both of them. They say, go get a picture of Decky because I don't know which one it is. I'm not fucking doing it. I personally think there's only one of them. And he's stood next to a funfair mirror that stretches his forehead. Right, and now we're going over to the jungle to see what's happening down in camp. Aye. That's that solved. Now, the truth is, we live in difficult times, yeah? I mean, a little Mike here, running wild, disrespecting me, giving me f***ing lip the whole time, in front of his bitches. And I... Sorry, lads. And I ask myself, do you even believe there's a God, son? Do you believe there's a God? Of course you don't. You do, don't you, Pops? Well, it's time to make your mind up anyway. The point is... The decision's in order, old man. The point is... Not long now. The truth is... You don't believe in God, Mike, but you need to. And I can prove there's a God, right? For you tonight. I will prove there's a God to your satisfaction. I won't use vicar bollocks or Bible blah blah. I will use 90% of the brain, booze logic, British common sense to prove there's a God, right? Yeah? It's obvious. It's obvious there's a fucking God. Not only that, it's obvious that he's British, right? Yeah. That's why we don't... Yeah, of course he is. That's why we don't have earthquakes in this country. So you don't your own doorstep, do you? Now, the point is... Jesus was born in Bethnal Green. Come on, it's all there. Judge a man by the company he keeps, hanging around with a bunch of blokes called Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Pete, Steve, Alan, Jeff, Nigel. No one knows where Barnabas was from. I reckon he was a plasterer brought in from Poland for just one job. Because he was quick and clean and cleaned up after himself, did a better job than the others for less money, but then he stuck around, hung around. Anyway, old story. The point is... And Jesus is a great bloke. He threw a fantastic party, didn't he? That Last Supper is the greatest stag night of all history. Except it wasn't really a stag night because he was going to die the following day rather than get married. But to a man's close friends, it's pretty much the same deal, isn't it? Yeah, big church service, a lot of speeches about what a great bloke he used to be. Then you never see the fucker again because his life is over. It's ended. It's finished. Now, the point is... And the Last Supper's a top night. Jesus gets up, I love you, lads, like I love yourself, have a pint and some crisps on me. All that kind of blah, blah. Normal, regular bloke, blah, blah. Beautiful, yeah? But then at the end of the evening, the bill arrives. This is why it all went wrong. The bill arrives, yeah? And Luke goes, well, look, I'm not putting in the same as the others. I didn't have any pudding. Piss off. I'm not... Come off it. Then Thomas gets hold of the bill, doesn't believe a word of it, says it's from another table. Barnabas had a whole bottle of red wine to himself, but didn't tell anyone. Like that. They're arguing about whether he's from Lithuania or Estonia. They don't know what's going on. Judas gets up and goes, look, I'm flush. I'll get it. Leave it to me. It's on me. Guilty conscience, of course. Jesus knew Judas was going to betray him, didn't he? Because the clue's in the fucking name. It's obvious, isn't it? Bloke called Judas is going to stitch you up, isn't he? Brian, you got any mates called Judas? Of course not. You don't fucking trust him. Now, the point is... proves itself. The truth is this. God obviously exists. He's British. We've established that easily. Right? He's obviously British, yeah? And I can prove he exists, little Mike. And I'll prove it tonight, yeah? Not using vicar waffle, yeah? Or Bible blah blah. I'm going to prove it with common sense reasoning from the 90% part of my brain. I'm going to prove it not once, not twice, but 3 times. And each time I prove it, you're going to be so overwhelmed by the proof, you're going to stand up on your feet, turn to this audience, yeah? And say, I believe, as loud as you can. Yeah? Let's have a rehearsal, son, on your feet. Up you get. Go on. Up your feet, on your feet. Turn to this house and say, I believe. Go on, boy. I believe. Yeah, as loud as you can, go on. I believe. The boy believes, he believes. Yeah. He's got some guts, that lad, but that's probably, you need courage to do a post office, don't you? Now, the point is this. I can prove there's a God. I see proof of God's existence every single day. I see it in the birth of a tiny child. I see it in the birth of a slightly bigger child. When a very large child is born, I begin to have my doubts, I'll admit it. That's not coming out of there, is it? Blimey. That's a design fault, surely. The truth is this. Ever had a baby born in a minicab?
It's a baby in number 2. It's a baby.
Do you think you'll be an ambulance controller one day? Do you think you'll do that, Jace? One day?
Ambulance to number 42.
Yeah, do you think you could do that? Because I used to be an ambulance driver. I'll tell you how they got the job. Arrived half an hour late for the interview, walked in, they went, you're just the bloke we're looking for. Well done. I said, I'm sorry, I got stuck in traffic. Fuck me, he's done his own work, hasn't he? Very impressive. Now, what is this? I can prove there's a God for you now, right? Because I see proof of God's existence in the miracle of creation, in the beauty of the butterfly flapping his wings in the sunshine, the dolphin cresting the wave. I see it in the rapid rate of mutation in the swine flu virus. I see it in that little fish thing that swims up your piss and goes through your body and comes out your eyeball that lives in the jungle. Proof of God. But mainly, I know there's a God every time I look in the sky and see a jumbo jet flying through the sky. One of God's true miracles. Because I know nothing about physics. I don't want to know. Fuck off, nerds. I know nothing about lift, thrust, drag, aerodynamic coefficients between different aerofoil surfaces and thrust vectors from engines. I don't know about any of that bollocks. I've never even heard of any of it. But what I do know is that common sense tells me there's no way whatsoever a jumbo jet should be able to get off the ground. It's too heavy, isn't it? Look, I'm too heavy to fly. Look, it's not happening, is it? Come on! I'll give it a run up. Come on! Fly, you bastard! Fly! Hey, lads, Nathan, Robert, Nathan, try and fly, lads. Try and fly. Try and fly. Fly, boys. Get up and try and fly. Come on, boy. Get up and try and fly. That's it. Go on, lads. Go on, lads. Fly, boys, fly! I'm too heavy to fly. You lads are too heavy to fly. Fat bloke, you're definitely too heavy to fly, aren't you? Oh, you drop. You fucking drop. We're all too heavy to fly, but we'll happily get in an aeroplane with a load of other people who are too heavy to fly, with a load of luggage that's too heavy to fly, and petrol, and food, and cinema fucking screens, and still expect this 400-ton metal monster to get off the fucking ground. Common sense tells you a jumbo jet cannot fly, not without divine intervention. And this is where God comes in. So that jumbo gets to the end of the runway, doesn't it? Like that. Like that. I don't do impressions. And prepares for takeoff. And it's at that moment that God, who's up in heaven, which is in the sky, up somewhere, not in the blue bit though, or we'd be able to see him, wouldn't we? So in the dark bit, in the black bit, he hides in the black bit, probably behind the moon. That's why the moon's so close, so he could keep an eye on things, but hides, he's up there. Oh, that was close, he nearly saw me, I love it, eh? I love it! I love being good, it's brilliant. Lightning, lightning, oh, that was close, he nearly saw me again. Earthquake. I love it. And it's at that moment, when a jumbo gets to the end of the runway, that God hears a sound coming from the aeroplane. And he's reminded of something. He's reminded of a promise he made to mankind. A promise he made to all of humanity. A pact he has with you and me. A promise he made in haste, but because he's British, as we have proved several times over, a promise he's got to stick to, because he's a decent fucking bloke, by virtue of being British. A promise he made, because he hears a sound coming from the aeroplane. Not the sound of the mighty engines powering up, but the sound of incessant fervent praying. Please, God, make this plane fly. Please, it's too fucking heavy. I want to go on holiday. I don't want to end up in the fence at the end of the runway on fire. Please make it fly. Please, God, I love you. I'll be good. I love you. Please, please, amen. Bye. Like that. And that's just the crew. Now, God hears this sound. And he's reminded of a promise he made to all of us. On December the 17th, 1903. Because on December the 17th, 1903, God was up in heaven, right, behind the moon, listening to the earth with his almighty right ear. Boop, 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 like that. And he could hear a sound coming from the middle of America. The sound of two men arguing with each other. And he looked down to see what it was. He saw two blokes in the middle of a field next to a strange machine. A machine made of paper and balsa wood with an engine on the back, a propeller. And he could hear that these two blokes were arguing about whether this machine could fly. And they were really getting stuck into each other. Really yelling. And he looked down and he said, well, that's not going to fly, is it? It's too fucking heavy. Come on. It's got wings, but they don't flap. It's pathetic. I've got all those birds flying around as a clue. What a waste of a fucking week. And he looked down and he could see that the Wright brothers were getting properly stuck into each other and were about to kill each other. The Wright brothers were having a proper family ding-dong. No! Fuck you, Orville Wright! There's no motherfucking way this plane's gonna fly! You're a fool! I tell you, motherfucking fool, Orville! This plane ain't gonna motherfucking fly! You've invented a piece of shit, you motherfucking fool! Fuck you, Wilbur! This motherfucking plane's gonna fly! I'm gonna see this plane fly around this motherfucking prairie, land here and kick your fool's ass! Fuck you! Mama said you was a fool, Papa said you was a fool. I seen a horse fly, I seen a house fly. Why? I've even seen an elephant fly, but ain't no fool giving no motherfucking plane. Brothers, now. I don't do impressions, but for all we know, that's a really good one. God heard this. God heard this and thought, well, they're going to kill each other, they're going to have to step in. I'll make the thing fly, just this once. And he didn't think through the consequences, because he reached down with his almighty right hand and picked up the aeroplane and carried it round the prairie, turning his hand invisible at the appropriate moment, and carried it round. Holy shit! Who's the fool, motherfucker? And as a result, humanity achieved its first ever heavier-than-air powered flight, but God had snookered himself, hadn't he? Because from that moment on, every aeroplane that works the same way, he's got to make fly, or he's letting everyone down. And that's why the 20th century turned to shit, because God wasn't answering anyone's prayers, because he was too busy juggling aeroplanes all day, every day. He's up there all the time. Heathrow, all fucking, Jesus, he's stuck in bed. Gatwick as well. God, fucking busy this afternoon. Fucking EasyJet are taking a piss this week. Stansted. Hang on a minute. City Airport, just the one. There we go. Back to the series. Juggling all day, every day. That's God moving in a mysterious way. And this is why we won the Battle of Britain, because God, being British, was dropping German aeroplanes on the sly. Stuka, Messerschmitt, job done. And that proves the existence of God. Done it, young man. On your feet, Mike. Turn to this audience and say it. I believe as loud as you can. Up you get, boy. Do it. Do it. He believes. The boy believes. But I didn't promise you one proof. Or two. I promised you three. Here's the second. I can prove the existence of God. Not using a big metal bird. Yeah, but with one simple thing. Bacon. Bacon proves the existence of God. It proves his infinite wisdom and his infinite mercy, because bacon is the greatest food in the world. Because bacon has saved all of your lives. Because bacon is a miracle food. Everyone loves bacon. Even the vegetarians love bacon. No matter how much they deny it, their hearts beat for bacon. Bacon, 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 bacon. Because bacon is a miracle food. Jesus died on a Friday, rose again on a Sunday. Very impressive achievement. Can't take it away from him. Give the lad a biscuit. But bacon means you can kill yourself with alcohol on a Friday night and then be fully resurrected Saturday morning with just one fucking bacon sandwich. Yeah. And we've all had that Friday night where you get it home on the 0.5 pigeon part of your brain. You get the front door open, you slam it behind you, and you tear off your clothes because of the raging fire of dehydration that comes from drinking too much fluid on a Friday night that science cannot explain to useless fucking nerds. At this point, the right side of your body shuts down, you collapse to the floor and drag yourself through the hall towards the stairs like some kind of beached walrus. Carpet burn down the right side of your body. You haul yourself up the stairs. Drag yourself across the landing towards the bathroom, snagging your ear on the piece of metal that separates the carpet from the lino. You squeak your burned and bloodied body across the bathroom floor towards the toilet. Whack your head against the base of the toilet. Pause for a moment, gather your strength, regain your senses, and then begin the perilous assault on the rim of the bog. You feel the cold ceramic kiss against your face. You stare down into the liquid abyss. A poor scratching falls out your nose. The stale piss water splashes back onto your face. You start to drool uncontrollably into the toilet duct. It activates the toilet duct. The fumes rise to the toilet duct. Into your eye, you cry bitter, salty tears back into the toilet duct. You're caught in a cycle of endless chemical pain. A single bead of hot sweat runs from the base of your neck down your back and nestles between your buttocks. You do one of those farts that could go either way. No real way of knowing until you check with your hands in the morning. You shake, you shudder, you shiver. Hot sweat, cold sweat, hot sweat, cold sweat. For 10 seconds you forget who you are. You do an acid red wine reflux burp. You swallow back down. Because you know you're in for a day of it if you unleash the puke beast. And then, and only then, you begin the arduous, perilous and disgusting process of passing out with your face on the rim of a toilet. What the fuck? Oh, I love you, can't you see that? You sleep fitfully for 3.5 hours. Bizarre dreams of an ogre chasing you through a swamp. 3 men stood next to a pink light in nothing but running shoes. And an inventor who's invented nothing. But then in the morning, the miracle begins. The magic starts. Down in the kitchen, your loved one, your husband, your wife, your carer, your sergeant major, one of the lads you met on Tuesday night, gets out a frying pan, puts that frying pan on and puts on the gas, and then put some bacon on, and the bacon begins to sizzle and begins to sputter, and the life-giving aroma leaps from the pan and darts across the kitchen, spreads out, makes its way into the hall, patrols the hall, seeking out hungover life forms wherever they may be, darts its way up the stairs, across the landing, avoiding the strip of metal that separates the carpet from the lino, battles its way through the fart fug, dodges the toilet duck and sees you, beholds you there, lying face down on the toilet, a booze zombie, a burned out husk of a human being, a piece of wreckage, your skin like a rhino's fetid salty hide, your bollocks like two bricks wrapped in sandpaper scraping against each other. Something different for the ladies, I expect. But the only thing marking you out as a product of human civilization is the words Armitage Shanks imprinted the wrong way round on your forehead. And the bacon sees you, and the bacon knows. It knows who you are and why it spent 3 years living as a piglet on this earth. Why it's been sent. Why it's been sent. It's been sent to save you, to bring you back from the dead. And as you breathe your last 3 breaths, the bacon darts up your nose, into your brain, and touches the bacon receptor at the base of your brainstem, which refires the whole of your brain and the whole of your body, and you feel the bacon force passing through your body into the tips of your fingers, the tips of your toes, and thanks to the bacon, God's greatest gift of all, you are back! Yeah. And that proves it. On your feet, son, and say it. I believe. Do it, boy. On your feet. Up you get, boy. That's it. Mikey, he believes. The boy believes. Bacon proves the existence of God.